Well, I'm joined now from Washington by Raheem Kassam. He's the editor of Breitbart, the London website, and he's former chief advisor to Nigel Farage. He announced last night that he would also be a contender for the UKIP leadership. It gives political infighting a new twist, doesn't it? I mean, actual fighting. I mean, amazing circumstances seem to have unfolded in Strasbourg. What do you make of it?
Well, I think it is a dark day for the MEPs, for the UKIP MEPs. I don't think anybody can be proud, nor should anybody be boasting about this or thinking that this is going to somehow endear people to UKIP. I would also say, however, that it's not a solitary UKIP thing. You remember the Labour Party MP Eric Joyce in 2012 had this. You've had members of the Conservative Party engaging in fisticuffs in Parliament as well. These things can happen. It's a very human thing to happen. When you don't have a leader, when you don't necessarily have a raison d'etre, when things are a little bit in existential crisis, then passions can overflow. And I think both of these two men, again, to echo what Michael said, we don't know truly what happened, but I think both of these two men will look back at this and think that didn't really reflect well on me or my party.
But then we have Edward Lee from inside the party saying, you know, Neil Hamilton rather, saying he truly is a creature from the gutter who would do anything to get his mug on the screens. This is talking about, who is he talking about? This is Aaron Banks talking about Neil Hamilton. I mean, this sort of language is absolute. I mean, actually, there's so much bad language between so many different people. There are so many different factions. How do you ever put this thing together again?
Well, I don't think there are so many different factions. I think there are two very distinct factions inside UKIP at the moment. And the point is this, you know, I've been saying all day, and I will continue to say, that actually I am guilty of engaging in this kind of internecine warfare as well. But if today has taught us anything, is that we need to take a step back. We need to reflect very seriously, not just on this incident and what it means, but we need to reflect on who we are as a political party, what we are as a movement, what we stand for, what we're going to do going forward, and start positively campaigning on those issues and remembering that we're all on the same side. If you do want to solve this problem, then you have to say to the people who aren't UKIPers through and through, who have done things that have been completely contrary to what the party has stood for so long, you have to say to them, look, thank you for being in this party, but I'm afraid your services are no longer required.
Well, the trouble surely with the party is it's extremely male. There's been some very violent rhetoric. We have Neil Hamilton saying it goes right to the very top. I don't know what he means by that. Is that Nigel Farage? Is he a brutal and verbally abusive man?
No, I think when Stephen Wolfe is sitting in a hospital, and by the way, you know, I want to take this opportunity to wish him the speediest recovery, because he is a good personal friend of mine, as well as an excellent candidate and MEP. But when Neil Hamilton uses this incident, when Stephen Wolfe is laying in a hospital, to attack the party leader, to attack different figures in the party, well, this is the exact problem we're talking about, isn't it? I think, you know, we just need to take a step back.
He's not
Maybe
alone,
let's all
exactly.
get around a table.
Let me quote your main funder. We have here Aaron Banks saying, if Neil Hamilton and Douglas Castle remain in the party, then I'll be leaving UKIP.
Yeah, and I sympathise with what Aaron is saying, because the two of those people don't see eye to eye with him, and there have been lots of bust-ups and disputes between them over the last year especially. So I sympathise with what Aaron is saying. What I don't necessarily sympathise with, especially today, is the way he is saying it. Again, this is an open call to all UKIPers out there. Either get together or get lost.
OK, well, let me put you a last brief question, and that is this. This is really an existential crisis, as you pointed out at the beginning, but it's an existential crisis caused by the fact that UKIP doesn't have any point anymore. You've now got a major party doing what UKIP was offering, which is trying to get Britain out of Europe.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment to make, but that is not fair if you look at the party's manifesto from 2015, how much it has influenced the government on issues like grammar schools. You know, UKIP may well have been a single-issue party once upon a time. It is not a single-issue party anymore. And it actually represents people way across the country who feel that they can't vote for the Conservative Party and they can't vote for the Labour Party because they've been left behind by Conservative and Labour governments. And therefore UKIP does have a serious raison d'etre, and we need to find it and project it.
Well, Raheem, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and we'll have to see